Life is full of ups and downs, and what better way to experience it all than with a good cup of coffee? Well, Kenna here sure knows how to make one. Having spent his childhood years between South Africa and Taiwan, Kenna's relationship with himself and Taiwan is truly an incredible story. Join me as I explore life in Kenna's shoes. Hey there, I'm Morris, and I'm about to meet Kenna at this coffee shop. He regularly appears on TV, and I've seen him thrive across variety shows in Taiwan. As an actor myself, I'm excited to meet him and chat about how he came to be the person he is today, as well as his complicated relationship with this island he calls home. But first, coffee.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Iced coffee and
Iced coffee.
hot day. Perfect. Yes. Cheers.
So I think this is a lighter roast.
Light roast.
Light roast. I think it's suitable for today's weather. Yeah.
Can't wait.
Do enjoy. Oh, it's good. I think the main thing is once you swallow it, there's no bitterness.
Yeah.
Right? In Mandarin, like 苦苦涩涩.
Yes.
There's none of that.
It's just very smooth.
Should be smooth.
Yeah, it should be. I know we've been re-educated by conveniency, let's say.
Right. Yeah. Well, re-educated or uneducated?
Depends on how you look at it. Yeah. So why did you want to open a coffee shop? Did you want to re-educate?
I had multiple partners.
Mm-hmm.
The main partner is my cousin.
Okay.
My cousin wanted to open a coffee shop, and for me, I saw that as a great opportunity because he's a business person. He's a business guy. So I thought it's perfect for me to get on board to learn how he does things, how he operates, right?
How does he business side?
Yeah, the business side. Like, what do you look for?
Yeah.
How is it done? Like, to go from zero to a coffee shop, what is the process?
Yeah. Speaking of your cousin, were you and your cousin always close? Did you guys grow up together?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
Because I was actually born in South Africa, right? And my dad's Taiwanese.
Yeah.
So at the age of, I think around 5, that's when my dad decided to send me to Taiwan. His main idea was for me to learn Mandarin, right? Because I have a sister.
Yeah.
I'm the only boy out of his children. So he thought that I'm obligated to learn the language.
There's more responsibility on you.
The responsible, That was basically why I came to Taiwan in the first place. And obviously at the time I still thought that I was coming for holiday. No, I made a mistake. I came to live in Taiwan. Yeah. So
until when did you realize, oh shit, I'm here for good?
It took me a while. I realized that when they took me to look at a school. They said in Mandarin, like, 下个月开始你就在这里念书. And I'm like, I couldn't process that. I thought like, this is
Plus you were what, 6?
I was under 6. I was like under 6. Next thing I have a uniform on, I have a bag full of books, and I'm going to school. And that's when it sank in. It actually hit me really hard.
Were you able to ease into that school environment despite this shock, this culture shock?
Yeah. No, it was not fun. Why? Because children, they don't mean it, but children can be very mean. After school, suddenly there's a whole crowd of children around me wanting to test me. It's like, oh, foreigners can fight, foreigners or whatever. And it's like,
oh, so straight up bullying.
Straight up bullying, straight up. And then on top of that, because it's Wanghua, and I look more foreign than I do Asian, I stood out. I stood out like a thorn, like pricked in your finger, and it's like, it's there. Yeah, and then I started going through a whole roller coaster, right? And obviously going to school. I guess the whole thing was also I didn't have my family, so I didn't have emotional support. So I kind of had to figure my own way out. And thank God I had my cousin with me, right? It was like someone there to just talk to, right?
And it sounded like a childhood that no one would voluntarily go to experience. But looking back on it, you've learned to stand up for yourself. I mean, that's...
I suppose. Because I went through all of that, and because I survived, I had to find these switches in my head to release and let go and like stand up for myself and don't fall into the trap of depression and all these things. It made me stronger.
Yeah. I'm gonna say first, I can see why this is a place that you escape to or come to often?
It's a great escape, right?
So nice.
It's nice. It's the energy recharges like properly. Yeah.
Instantly too.
Instantly. And
it's secluded enough, but still in the city.
Yeah, right. It's my house is literally 10-15 minutes away. And I get to escape here, and the energy resets in a way, right? The mental clarity. It's just I can go to a gym and still do this ring workout.
Right.
But my energy is not going to shift the way it shifts here.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, living in South Africa for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
Helped me appreciate nature more, because South Africa's biggest tourist attraction is our nature. Taiwan is full of nature. There's so many trails, there's so many mountains to be hiked. I mean, there's Baiyue, right? There's more than 100 mountains that are above the sea level of 2,000.
It's basically an island of mountains.
It's an island of mountains.
Yeah. Taipei City is surrounded by mountains.
Exactly. There's so much nature here.
是很热闹，
对
啊，从你们小时候在这边
传统，这是超传统的，
是哈，
对，台北应该只有这条夜市独一无二，
我很久没有看到这么热闹的。
应该说夜市还保留传统味道的，应该是有盛夏万华。对。
从你们以前住在这边就是这样。
没错，
对，
差不多。
你们小时候，你对他的回忆大概是什么样？
我对他的回忆，
跟他最深刻的回忆。
那时候会有一种吃醋的感觉。哦，长太帅啊！
我小时候很胖，
走在路上，大家都说，你看那个弟弟好帅哦，都不是在讲我。
哦，吃醋。但是你跟他还是很要好。
当然，因为从小就，其实我们家没有大人，没什么在管，有一点相依为命的感觉，他就有事就大家这样子。对，互相。
Why are we here？ 这边是什么
回忆？
这么隆重的地方，回忆是
一个回忆。
这里真的是回忆。
什么样的回忆？
小时候第一张唱片在这里卖的。
同一家，同一个名字吗？
第一家。
你记得你买什么吗？施文彬的？
不是，好像是张宇吧？印象中好像是很久，
经典呢。
我小的时候，
这真的是个时光机的感觉。
对，
真的。
所以我再次验证，就是万华这一区真的华西夜市算是，
对啊，很有文化，真的很有文化的地方。
这边从夜市走出来就是龙山寺了，我们就进去里面晃晃，好吧？所以刚小西表哥你讲了你对肯纳小时候的印象，肯纳你对表哥小时候的印象？
就我记不得第一印象，说真的太年轻了，然后太多挫折，我的生活就是我突然失去爸妈，被丢来万华那种感觉。但是那时候就会觉得，终于有人可以
分享、
陪伴、分享，对啊，就是人就是需要这种感情的慰藉也好，对，
同才之间的一些。
对啊，所以对我来说就是多了个哥哥。那其实到后面也很特别，是因为我开始念书，我开始被排挤。那如果没有他，我应该是变成自卑自闭吧。后来我小学毕业干嘛回南非嘛，然后后来大学回来，对他的印象又不一样。因为对我来说是，我刚来台湾，我说真的没多久，我一直在追求，我想要跟上我爸的脚步。因为我很早失去他，所以我想跟他拉近距离，就是我去做他做的事情，所以我去夜店去认识那些做八大干嘛的。其实对我来说，我是想追他的脚步，对。但他有点给我看，你出生的地方不一定决定你的未来跟你的结局，我们可以自己去做改变。
So given all your experiences in Taiwan, why did you come back?
The simple reason I would tell everyone is my grandmother got sick and I had to see her. Was on her deathbed, got a phone call from my cousin, said, hey, Ama wants to see you. Ama is not doing well and I think you should see her. okay, that just gave me a reason to come back.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a plan to come to Taiwan ever again. I don't want to face my fears, right? So through this opportunity, I was like, okay, maybe this is me, a calling for me to face these fears. So I came back to Taiwan. I say it's from my grandmother, but for me it was like more facing this fear. That's what really brought me back here.
And once you've come back and you've seen your grandmother,
So-
what made you stay?
Right now, when I come back to Taiwan, that's not the same feeling anymore.
What do you feel?
I feel this is the sense of Taiwan. I'm back in Taiwan. There's so much food, there's so much history, there's so much culture that's so diverse, and it's safe. The whole thing is that it's safe here.
Will you continue staying here? Or do you foresee yourself exploring,
Okay, so
building more playgrounds for yourself?
life kind of happened, yeah. And I'm very curious to see how this plays out. So many people, foreigners in Taiwan, they've built something amazing, something you don't get back at home, right? It's you can say it's the culture, the history, the people, or just the lifestyle Taipei is able to give to you. I honestly don't know any other country who can allow you to live so liberal.
I think Taiwan, what you've shown is that Taiwan is a place where you can create your story, albeit, you got both the good and the bad, but you can still continue living here because it's got that safe
Safety
undertone.
It's also like what are you attracted to and what are you attracted to yourself? Yeah. So Taiwan's perfect. If you can attract the good, there's so much good people here. The majority of Taiwan, they would go out of their way to help you. Taiwanese will show their hospitality to you, and that is amazing.
Well, thank you for sharing these stories with me and
My
showing me
pleasure.
a different side of Taiwan. Thank you.
Cheers.
So, I think what Kenna did, one of the many things that Kenna gave me was a reminder of this, of what it really means when we say Taiwan is free, Taiwan is very democratic, Taiwan is open, Taiwan is diverse. Behind all that is the hard work. I'm just genuinely happy to see that Taiwan has both provided the worst of the worst and the best of the best. And again, that's the beauty of Taiwan. It's a place where you've got both sides of the same coin, and that's what makes a place so authentic and what makes people authentic. So thank you so much, Kenna, for sharing all that you did with me. Again, it's a different side of Taiwan that I don't think I would ever have the chance to see if it weren't for you and for this. So thank you.